Greetings everyone. Let's start with today's topic, that is principle of management. The topics that we're going to cover under these are performance appraisal, the need and process of performance appraisal, and the second one is communication, the importance, process and barriers of communication. So let us start with what do you mean by performance appraisal? A performance appraisal is a regular review of an employee's job performance and contribution to a company. Companies use performance appraisals to determine which employee has contributed the most to the company's growth, review progress, and reward high achieving workers. Although there are many different kinds of performance reviews, the most common is a top down review, in which a manager reviews their direct report. Employees who believe their evaluation's construct isn't reflective of their company's culture may feel dissatisfied with the appraisal process. Performance appraisals are also called as annual review, performance reviews, or evaluations, or employee appraisals. Now let us talk about need and process of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is needed for first one, providing information about the performance ranks on which decisions regarding salaries, promotions, etc. takes place. Review of the performance of the subordinates, providing information that helps to counsel the subordinates. The 6 steps involved in the process of performance appraisal are as the first one is establishing performance standards, the second one is communicate performance expectations to employees, the third one is measure actual performance, fourth one is compare actual performance with the standards, fifth one is discuss the appraisal with the employee, and the last one is initiate corrective actions. Now let us talk about communication. Communication is fundamental to the existence and survival of humans as well as to an organization. It is a process of creating and sharing ideas, informations, views, facts, feelings, etc. among the people to reach a common understanding. Communication is the key to directing functions of management. Now let us talk about importance of communication. The basis of coordination, the managers explain to the employees the organization goals, modes of their achievement, and also the interpersonal relationship amongst them. This provides coordination between various employees and also department. The second one is the fluent working. A manager coordinates the human and physical elements of an organization to run it smoothly and efficiently. The basis of decision making. Proper communication provides information to the manager that is useful for decision making. Increases managerial efficiency. The manager conveys the targets and issues instructs and allocates jobs to the subordinates. Next one is increase corporate and organizational peace. It is a two-way communication process which promotes cooperation and mutual understanding. The last one is boost morale of the employees. Good communication helps the workers to adjust to the physical and social aspect of work. Now coming on to the process of communication. Communication is a continuous process which mainly involves few elements which are the first one is sender. The sender or the communicator generates the message and conveys it to the receiver. The second one here, as you can see, is the message. It is the idea, information, view, fact, feeling, etc. that is generated by the sender and is then intended to be communicated further. The next one is encoding. The message generated by the sender is encoded symbolically, such as in the form of words, pictures, gesture, etc., before it is being conveyed. The next one is media. It is the manner in which the encoded message is transmitted. Then decoding takes place. It is the process of converting the symbols encoded by the sender after decoding the message is received by the receiver. The next one is receiver. Once the receiver receives the message and understands it in a proper perspective and acts according to the message, only then the purpose of communication is successful. Next one is feedback. Once the receiver confirms to the sender that he has received the message and understood it, the process of communication is complete. There's one factor which is noise that takes place between this process. Noise it refers to any obstruction that is caused by the sender, message, or receiver during the process of communication. Now let us talk about the barriers to communication. The communication barriers may prevent communication or carrying incorrect meaning due to which misunderstandings may be created. The barriers to communication in an organization can be broadly grouped as semantic barriers. These are concerned with the problems and obstructions in the process of encoding and decoding of a message into words or impressions. The next one is psychological barriers. Emotional or psychological factors also act as barriers to communication. The next one is organizational barriers. The factors related to organizational structure, rule and regulation, authority relationships, etc. are included in this. The next one is personal barriers. The personal factors of both sender and receiver may act as a barrier to effective communication.